You can see in the distance it looks like the rain's coming. Earlier today, one of my Mercedes had a stuck window halfway open, so I decided I better at least temporarily fix it so the rain doesn't get in the car. Now you see here I've got a piece of tape on the window. Well, I couldn't get it up. You know, that was before I had to take the window regulator out. So let me show you how I fix these temporarily. And actually it can be a pretty permanent repair. The first thing you have to do is get the door panel off and remove the window regulator that is stuck open. Then get a good 2x4 and a saw, and you're going to have to kind of estimate the length right here. You're going to estimate about how long it is up to the bottom of the window, and then you want to be able to push the window up. You may have to take the trim off in order to get the window in the channel here and get down in the hole and just push it up. See, you're going to push that window all the way up, and when you get the window up, go ahead and put a piece of tape on the glass. That's temporary, because if you don't, that window glass could fall back down and actually hurt you or break the glass. Let me briefly show you how I cut this 2x4. You need to have the 2x4 jammed in real tight, because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to get the window to drop and you'll get wind noise if you're driving the car. So when I cut this 2x4, I actually cut it and I put a notch on the top of it because I want it to go in there and connect to the bottom of that window frame. So I kind of held it up here like this and said, okay, I should make it about this long. And you may have to cut it a couple times before you get the final fit. But what I do now is I just take this and put it in here. And I'm going to take it all the way up. I'm going to get it on the window channel. Okay, notice this. See? I've got it loose. Well, that's kind of deliberate because it's really hard to get that wood just right. So what I use here is I just get a couple pieces of foam. You can get almost any kind of foam. And put the foam down here like this. So I'm going to put it on the foam like that, and we're going to push down on it. And then I'm going to drive it hard up into the channel. No, not on the channel. Okay, there we go. See that? Now once that's done, I'll take this and come in here and I'll pull it this way. See that? Now, and if you get this just right, see that? You can actually drive the car. You could put the door panel back on the car and drive it if you wanted to. But that's the best way to make a temporary repair. If you try to just use tape, usually if it's out in the rain, it's going to fall off and come crashing down. So I recommend you get that door panel off, cut a piece of wood, and get that in there so it jams that window completely shut. Now, if you need information on removing your door panel or repairing your old window regulators, I have a number of manuals and videos on my website. So I'll put a link in the show more, and then you can go out there and make a permanent repair. I know some of you might be thinking, hey Kent, when are you going to come up with a kit for this? Well, I don't think I need to come up with a kit for this. I think any of you out there that need to do this temporary repair can find a piece of 2x4 and a saw. And any kind of foam will work, whether it's this dense blue foam or white foam. The purpose of the foam, once again, is to make sure that wood stays real tight and makes the window completely closed so you avoid any wind noise should you choose to drive this with your temporary repair. I know some people who've had that chunk of wood in their doors for years.